Hello, beautiful people, beautiful souls. I hope you didn't miss me too much yesterday. We had a bank holiday Monday, so I wasn't able to jump on here. Excuse me. Yes, we went to the beach with my daughter and some friends, and we had a full moon party, dancing to music all night long, or not all night long, but anyway, later than usual. And it was absolutely awesome. So I just hope that you are feeling also awesome. And if not, then I'm going to share with you today an absolutely beautiful, beautiful power habit or healing holistic habit that I absolutely, it's one of my highest recommendations. I didn't go into it yet on the previous time, because it deserves a whole video for this on its own. I touched on it, but it's the power of bliss. The Blissapline was coined by Vishen, I think, from Mindvalley, one of my mentors. And I just love this concept that we are creating the discipline of bliss. So we're creating bliss as a discipline, Blissapline. And it reframes the concept of discipline as well as a more, more digestible and kind of less army-like concept, right? So basically, it's a number one daily habit that I do every single day. And it's not so much, so there's habits of doing, there's doing habits, so there's also being habits, right? How do we want to be in the world? How do we want to show up in the world? What kind of emotions do we want to have? Because most of the time we spend our time thinking about the emotions that we don't want, and getting them, trying to get rid of them, let's say. So we can focus on the emotions that we want to create and the experiences that we want to create in our lives. And as you probably know by now, if you've been following me for a while, I overcame 18 different symptoms and chronic pain, including, fibromyalgia and various different syndromes. And so it wasn't an easy feat, but I realized very strongly that nobody's going to come and rescue me, that unfortunately the medical system is not geared up or designed to help chronic pain sufferers, and because it's a medical intervention drug orientated system. And I didn't want to go down that route, and I think a lot of you here don't want to go down that route either. So what we have to do is have to start to generate the experiences that we want in our body, the emotion, starting with the emotions, starting with the ritual of creating bliss. So I'm going to go through the 6 phases of this ritual, and I can gift at the end the meditation that I have taken or adapted from the 6-phase meditation by Vishen from Mindvalley. You can also go on the website and download it, or on YouTube and download it. I'll put a link below, so you can have the original, or you can have my interpretation or my rendition of it. So the first concept is this Blissapline ritual is the idea that we're going to create compassion in our lives, and compassion expansion. So compassion is basically, another word for unconditional love, caring, compassion. We basically need to give it to ourselves first, and then we expand over this meditation or this experience. You basically expand this compassion from self-love and compassion to self, and then expand it out geographically. So you expand it into your home, and then you expand it out into your neighborhood, and then you expand it out, feeling this strong feeling of love and really feeling it in your body. So you can, I imagine being in a bubble basically, and expanding that bubble out. And so then expanding that out through into your country and then into the world, because we need to seed love in the world. And the vibrations that we're vibrating at are literally, due to law of resonance, we attract them back to us. So if we can get into a habit of Blissapline, creating bliss in our body, then we're going to change the vibrations that come back to us, right? So that's the first phase of creating compassion. And the next phase is forgiveness. And I love this reframe. It's for me, give. So you're giving to yourself by forgiving other people, or your previous self, or your younger self. Maybe sometimes we need to go through processes of forgiving our younger self as well for all the things that it hadn't done, or it hasn't done, achieved yet, right? So forgiveness as a daily practice. And again, this can be done all together in a short 20-minute meditation, or you can do it separately. I do a gratitude diary plus forgiveness diary. So I always combine those two. And then the compassion can be expanded out, throughout the meditation that I do every single day. So forgiveness is basically giving yourself love, forgiving the person that harmed you, but mostly for yourself. So you're not drinking the poison of hatred, because in fact it doesn't hurt the other person at all by hating them or being, resenting them. So you're drinking your own. The poison is inside your body with those vibrations of hatred and annoyance and frustration and things. So forgiveness is one of the highest, most powerful practices that you can create higher vibration, because it really does get stuck in our body, and it does get stuck in our through various traumas and mental habits. So forgiveness, beautiful. And then the attitude of gratitude, like I touched on this, I have a gratitude diary. So I write down all the things I'm grateful for, but that may be just very simple things like having a beautiful view, having a beautiful garden, a sunny day, having a beautiful weekend with my daughter and friends on the beach. Simple things that I have already. And then I move into once I have that feeling of gratitude, that I move into that feeling of having the things that I want, with a feeling of having already, if you see what I mean. So for example, if you're not healed and you need to be, you've got chronic pain, you've got pain somewhere, then imagine you thank already the pain for having left and has already gone. So thank it. I am so grateful and blessed that I have a beautiful healthy body, that I can feel and do the things that I love every single day. That feeling of the things that you want to have, but in a sense of already having it. So this is a really, really powerful way to create the vibration that we want to be in. As we know, everything is vibration. This is not woo-woo, or this is all to do with quantum physics and our perception of our world and our perception of our situation and the pain that we may be in, right? So this can be for any situation, for people who are in chronic pain, but also, chronic stress or chronic, disease in the body, right? So attitude of gratitude goes a long way, but remember to really feel it. So don't just go through the actions, really get into I spend 1 hour doing this in the morning after my movement exercise, movement habit. And it really sets me up for the whole day. So I can really get into that mood. I forgive whatever might have happened the previous day, so I don't linger in it, and create this kind of blissapline, this bliss inside me. And I use it sometimes as well when I'm not, I don't know, I might have had a trigger with my daughter or something that has triggered me, and I might just fall emotionally, I might fall vibrationally, I might become very heavy. So I would just get my diary and start writing a few things again and just elevate my vibration purposefully. And this is a ninja move, guys. This really is. We are either living in the past memories and emotions and habits that we have mentally and physically, emotionally and spiritually, or we're creating the vibration and the forward emotions that we're creating our future. Joe Dispenza talks about this. it really is. The brain does not know the difference between what you feeling, you know, the pictures in your mind that you're creating, that may be, you know, future case scenario, like wanting that in the future, and your current reality. It doesn't know the difference. With being, if you're thinking about the current reality, you're creating a mental movement in your head anyway. And so if we're wanting, so we can create the things and the emotions and experiences that we want. And like I said, it moves the GPS, the internal, you know, system, to find it and guides you there. So it's really powerful. Don't ever underestimate it. And I, you know, I hold, you know, hold me accountable to it, please. So the next phase of this amazing meditation, of this Blissapline routine, is to experience to envision your big, bold, bright future of abundance of health, of abundance of wealth, abundance of love, abundance in general, connecting to the abundance of the world rather than the lack state that most of us are in due to our conditioning, because abundance, as I've said in another video, abundance is all there is. Lack, there is no such thing as lack in this universe. Going through my video, I'll post a little note for it down here, but there is only abundance, because the universe is infinite. So it cannot there cannot be any lack. So if when you feeling that you're in lack of health, for example, it's because your current situation, your current physical, mental, emotional, spiritual habits that have designed, that you've mostly just adopted, are no longer serving us, and we need to upgrade them, right? So giving the gift of health, even with your thoughts, with your mind, with your actions, is the best way of showing the universe that you have it already, and they will gives you more of what you already have, right? So that's why gratitude is such a beautiful, the attitude of gratitude, because you're actually thanking the universe, and the universe responds in this kind of, because of the law of, in quantum physics, the law of resonance. Okay, so envision your bold, beautiful future, because otherwise you are literally envisioning the worst case scenario, especially if you're, you know, you have a lot of pain and there's lots of, you don't know why, and you're all distressed and burdened by it. And the more you worry about it and the fear comes into our mind, we perpetuate these you know, images of our worst case scenario. And even if you're not aware of it, it's happening in your subconscious mind. So creating a mental movie of your ultimate outcome in your future, like you being super healthy, you being super fit, you know, having all the love and the wealth in your life that you want, the travel, the experiences, whatever it is that you do want. And this is a really beautiful way of doing it, as well as linking it to a song. So if you can find a song that really creates those images and helps you generate that state of, you know, I'm moving into my bold, bright, beautiful future, then you can really, it elevates your emotion at the same time. Those get wired in, just as chronic pain gets wired into our bodies. And so you can start to wire in the experiences, conditioning in the experiences that you want rather than the ones you don't want. And then the final thing so you envision the big, bright, bold future, but then you would kind of give the intention for the day that you want. What do you want in your day to experience? So you go through mental rehearsing. Again, mental rehearsing is not just envisioning. It's not just visualization, which is part of it, but visualization just means that you're just using one sense. If you can actually mentally rehearse, like you're making a mental movie, which means that you're using all your senses. So you're using sight, sound, touch, smells, whatever you can, you know, imagine the experience of being in that world, in that amazing environment that you're having without being any pain whatsoever, and having those experiences. And what do you smell? What do you taste? What are you eating? What are you wearing? What are you feeling? Like, you close your eyes and you really go through those detail with all the senses, And that really builds and with a strong emotion of, you know, bliss, of joy, of happiness, of gratitude. You know, it's, again, your body doesn't know the difference, and so it will go towards that, right? Mental rehearsing is used, and I'm actually going to do a video on this. I think I might have done one already, but I'm going to do another one, because the envisionment of your future, your healthy, vibrant future, is really, really crucial to get. And there's lots of nuances and kind of caveats that I can give you about that as well, to make it even more real. And the evidence behind it as well, because there's lots and lots of evidence that this actually works. They use it now in all top athletes, professional athletes use it. There is now been introduced for example, cancer research. They've done some studies on mental rehearsing, and it can be one of the best tools for fast recovery of cancer. So, like, really, it's not something to be sniffed at. So those are the five, like the Blissapline, the action of the habit of bliss, creating the discipline of bliss in your life, right? Those are the 6 phases, basically creating compassion or self-love and expanding it out. The second phase is forgiveness, right? Then you have the gratitude phase, or you go through, if you know you have that more in your life, increasing those emotions and experiences that you want. Envisionment, so you want to envision. We want to be able to be in the present moment with the now, but we also want to go either that, be in the now, and have a beautiful vision to move forward into. The intention for the day, as you mentally rehearse your day, you know, in the beginning of when you wake up, I've got this and this and this to do. Make sure you're doing it with an attitude of, you know, that you want to create. You're giving the intention. So you want the intentions of peace, love, harmony, smiling faces. You imagine that you're going through the day with smiling faces. Everything that some things you might feel a bit anxious about. So just imagine that best case scenario. Again, the best case scenario playing out as you want in your day. And so that's the final part of the 6-phase meditation. Again, if you want it, DM me and I'll send it to you. I might just put it on here as well. I'll try and get that on here on my YouTube channel. And also you can find the original on I'll link down the original Vishen's original 6-phase meditation, which I've been doing for the last 4 years, I think, since maybe more, and I can't highly recommend it enough. So remember that if you don't have a system of change, I go on about this, the simple and effective system of change, holistic habits that heal. If you are not creating your habits like consciously, and not creating a system for change, we literally will have a stagnation, a habit gravity. The habit is called a habit gravity, pulls you back to your known, to your comfortable. So we need to create a system for change and also embrace the feeling of being uncomfortable for at least for a couple of days while we're starting something new. And just remember tracking, stacking, tracking and rewarding, or being celebrating your mini wins is a great way to start. And also, if you need accountability, I'm available, or enlist a friend to help you get accountable to your beautiful habits that you're going to be putting into your life. And slowly but surely, and faster than you think, these habits will all build up and create momentum for your holistic healthy life, so you can take your health back and be that radiant, vibrant, healthy person that you want to be. So with that, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll be back on here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I'm going to be doing my live. So I'll put the live up afterwards. So I'll be back on here on Thursday for a short new episode. Love you and leave you. Bye bye.